Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in April's draft, and also the Heisman Trophy winner out of Oklahoma.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
Here we go. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Here's Murray from midfield. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, Murray. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And quickly now, a look at the Kansas City offense.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 22.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
So the points, maybe not this. Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the same stats.
What? 315. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. Good tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
That's it, baby.
From the 39, Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last. Means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on second down, Murray. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. Rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Go 14. Go. That's it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Able to find Harris, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First target, first catch, and a first down. Wilson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Check. We got it.
On 2nd down now. It's Lindsey, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. That will carry for Lindsey, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Watch twitch.
Got it.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, it's cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. On 2nd and 9, Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Sliding out of the pocket. Stays on his feet. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Up to make the stop, the Texans' leading tackler a year ago, Zach Cunningham. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. Now it's Wilson. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. Completes it to Lee. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. This is caught by Jackson. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 2nd and 9, Murray gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. Murray now. Throw left side complete. It's Lee. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Murray now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be, 38 yards out. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will make our score 9-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And now the throw hauled in by Green. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here's Wilson from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep. This is caught inside the 15. A gain of 39 that time. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 more yards there and another first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. The quick slant caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A.J. Green with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Murray. It's caught by Jackson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Throwing on first down is Murray. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's 3rd down. The pressure drops off. Reed has it. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Let's go.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
That's caught by Jackson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to keep it here.
Let's go, baby.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points. Right.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Murray now, 3rd and goal. He can run for it, and he will. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than trying to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. As we count down through the final few weeks of the season, these guys have nothing to sweat about. They've clinched the top spots of the road to the Super Bowl. It runs through them.
And there's a natural inclination here, partner, to say, okay, a lot of guys aren't going to play down the stretch. We've clinched. We're ready to go. But there's another part where you say, let's show the league why we're the #1 team. Maybe you intimidate someone. Maybe you dissuade them from thinking that they can beat you in the playoffs by going out and being really impressive down the stretch.
Absolutely, and you want to take momentum into the playoffs. There's also pride on the line for these guys individually.
Yeah, momentum and pride. Yeah, I'd make room for them and put them both in uniform.
Another run by Lindsey. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he's taken down inside the 30. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Torrey Cohen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Check. Watch 54. Play out.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
I just saw it in their eye. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So they're unable to... Now you got to be careful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Murray, one final try. They'll roll him out right. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bears, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-6.